Hola everyone! In this video I'll talk about one of the things people like, food, but more in particular the schedule to eat in Spain, because it's a bit different from other countries, and in fact for some foreign people they can experience a bit of culture shock. It all starts with breakfast. Usually we Spaniards get up at 7 AM or 8 AM and eat breakfast. But in Spain, breakfast isn't a big meal like, for example, eating eggs with bacon or something like that, like the American breakfast. Instead of that, in Spain, breakfast is more modest, usually a glass of coffee or a glass of milk with some cookies or a croissant or with cupcakes or donuts, and the similar foods you can find in a bakery. Perhaps around 10 AM or 11 AM in the morning, we have a small breakfast again, like eating the same as before again, or something more like a sandwich. In fact, this can be seen a lot in kids. They usually get up at 8 AM, have breakfast of a glass of milk with cookies or cupcakes, and in the middle of the morning at school they have a recess time of about 30 minutes. And in that time it's very common to see them eating a sandwich, which we call bocadillo. Usually, a bocadillo is a piece of Spanish bread with some food inside it, such as cheese or daiquiri ham or even chocolate. There's a lot of ingredients to insert inside a bocadillo. In any case, this would be the second time Spaniards eat on the same day. The third time is to have lunch, and here, for some foreign people, I found they were a little shocked because they have lunch more before Spanish people. In Spain, we usually have lunch around 1 to 3 PM, but for some foreigners this is a very late time to have lunch. By the way, and this is a personal experience, I realized that to say to have lunch in Spanish isn't the same depending on the part of Spain people are. For example, I met some people from Pamplona and Barcelona who they call in Spanish hora de la comida, as referring to lunchtime, while in Andalusia some people call hora del almuerzo. So, if sometimes you travel to Spain, you may find people who call hora de la comida when they want to refer to lunchtime. Of course, the correct way to translate lunchtime in Spanish is hora del almuerzo. Anyways, we can say that lunchtime in Spain is a big dish, the time in which Spanish people really eat food and not a small snack as before. In fact, in lunchtime, restaurants serve 3 dishes, call it primer plato, first dish, segundo plato, second dish, and postre, dessert. And in the afternoon, there's another time to eat. In Spanish, it's called merienda. I was unable to find an equivalent word in English. Perhaps the nearest word would be night tea. But for this video, I'll continue calling it merienda. Merienda is a light meal which is eaten in the afternoon, I say between 5 to 7 PM, and usually it's some food related to the bread, such as a small bocadillo, cookies, a little bakery snack, and some similar foods. This meal is perhaps super common in kids, when they finish classes at 5 PM and go home, and then they eat the merienda. And finally, the last meal is a cena, in Spanish called cena. Unlike other countries, in Spain people have dinner from 9 PM and even later, such as 10 PM or 11 PM. An interesting aspect is that dinner in Spain isn't a late meal. Instead, the Spanish dinner is a big meal like in the lunch meal. And after eating this big meal, Spanish people go to bed. Not immediately, but I say perhaps after 1 or 2 hours after having dinner. In restaurants we can find they serve 3 dishes, as in la lunchtime. So imagine how important it is to have dinner in Spain. Okay, so this would be the meal time in Spain. On average, we eat 5 times per day, which I think the time to eat is a little different from other countries. So I'd like to know about how this is in your country. Do you have a similar meal time than Spain, or by the contrary is the opposite? Feel free to leave your comment below as well as some other aspects related to this video. Also, if this video was useful to you, please show it by giving a thumbs up and a subscription to help this channel to grow. See you in the next videos. Adiós!